Hey folks, welcome back to another Dice Tower preview. I'm Mark, and today we're taking a look at Haunt Your House, which is brought to you by Microgames of America. It's for 2 to 4 players, ages 8 and up, and games generally run about 30 to 60 minutes. Haunt Your House is an AR-enhanced hybrid board game where you, the players, take on the roles of monster hunters from the paranormal society Invisible Inc. Guided by your helpful and often maniacal AI assistant, Boogle, the hunters search a haunted house for the AR monsters lurking in the various rooms. It's your mission to find the correct gear and capture 3 monsters before your fellow players do. On your turn, you must collect the specific gear needed to catch the monsters hiding in the house. Using the Boogle app, you can scan the house to find monsters and ultimately catch them. But beware of haunted objects lurking in the house that will scare you back to the starting gate. At the end of each player's turn, you will roll the monster's dice, which often bring new challenges but can bring rewards too. If 3 haunted objects are revealed in the house or the grand escape icon is rolled, the house becomes unstable and the monsters escape the board in an AR monster hunting minigame. So, welcome to Haunt Your House. Now you're after those pesky monsters. And the thing here is that the game really shines when you use the app. You don't have to play that way. They have ways with cards and such that you can play if you don't have access to the app, but really the game does shine with the app involvement. Now that app is going to also track all kinds of different things. It's going to track which monsters have been caught and how you catch them and what types of gear and thing each of the monsters need. And through the course of this game and the things they develop for it, they're going to have more and more monsters for you to download and create new challenges to keep the game fresh as you move along. Now, the game sets up really quick and easy. You've got gear, and gear is the key to the game. You need 3 pieces of gear to catch any one type of monster, and each monster has specific gear that you need to use. So those gear are going to be shoveled up and placed into all the different rooms, along with 6 random cursed items. Now, these cursed or haunted items, I should say, can cause your heroes to run for the hills, run for the main gate, pushing them out of the mansion while others capture monsters. So you got to keep an eye on that. Now, you will take on the role of one of these main heroes, and they'll be placed at the bottom of the board at the gate, all ready and geared up. Now, one player is going to start the game or start the app by picking the house, picking a number, and then giving that number, house number, to all the other players so they can join in on the game. You'll hold the app up and you'll see the monsters start to move in. So the app will really guide you on how the game begins. Now, every player on your turn, you're going to get to perform 3 actions. And you have 7 to choose from, lots of different choices to be made. And they have a handy reference card showing what all the different types of actions you can perform as you move through the mansion. Then on the other side of this, you're going to see a set of icons related to the monster dice, because the monsters get a turn as well. And it's not all bad, but this will reference all the different things that can happen as the monsters activate. So on your turn, you're going to be performing basic things, obviously, like moving, or you're going to be searching a room. And when you search a room, you're going to be flipping over the tokens that happen to be there. Or you're going to be collecting one of the tokens that happen to be there. And the thing about that is that sometimes those haunted items show up, and you have to make a choice. On your actions, you can also manipulate these haunted items, move them out of your room, so you don't have to run back to the gate at the end of your turn. And you can also move them into other rooms where other heroes are, forcing them to run back to the gate. So there's definitely some strategic things to do with those haunted items. And when you do manipulate those haunted items, that is the expel action. Now I have 2 other actions that are related directly to the app. You have scan. If you've forgotten where monsters are, you can take this action to kind of scan the room you're in and see what's in the adjacent rooms if you've forgotten what monster is where. So you have a certain number of gear and you're not sure if you can capture it yet, but you do also have the capture option. If you know that you have the right gear and the monster is in your room, you can choose this option and grab that monster, getting you closer to the win. And there's one final type of action use the heroes can take. This is a special action, but you can only get this if you've acquired a token from rolling the monster dice. And at the end of your turn, you will roll monster dice and you may have acquired one of these tokens. These are ones that allow you to do some pretty superhuman things throughout the house. So you have one that's run, a token that allows you to basically move to any room in the house, and then you have a gear token that if you spend it, you can pick up gear from anywhere in the house that is visible. So those are really powerful, and definitely you want to use them strategically. But the rest of the icons on these monster dice are going to help out the monsters. So let's take a look. So beyond that run and gear icon, there are 4 other possible icons for the monsters. We've got shuffle, which causes the monsters to shuffle rooms so you don't know where they are anymore. It's not good, it happens frequently. And then you've got discard, which forces you to discard one of your gear items. Very critical to what you need to win the game, so this is rough when it happens. And then you have haunted items. A new haunted item can come into the house, so causing havoc across this particular world, so to say, because what brings us to the next icon, and also affected by these haunted items, is the Grand Escape. The monsters in this game can escape the board and move into your house. So you have to run around with your app and try to capture them, shooting them and trying to grab them, and you get points and things for this as well, but it is a chaos thing that happens in the game, and it is a ton of fun, and where the AR really shines. You hope to destroy the monsters and do well when this happens. Now, it can trigger from the dice rolls, or it can trigger by having too many haunted items in the house. So there's multiple ways for it to happen, and once it does, then you'll be removing haunted items, the player who did the best, and so forth. So it will reduce the number of haunted things going on, but those different type of monster actions can really play havoc on what you're trying to do to win the game. So that's really the basics of everything you're doing in this game. You're trying to gather gear and capture 3 monsters, the right gear for the right monster, remembering where they are in the mansion. Of course, beware of the shuffle. Monsters are going to scatter and change up your plans perhaps. Now, the thing is that the game is really easy to learn. You know, you can pretty much play right from these handy reference cards, and the app leads you through several things as well. It's very clear, all the options in the app and what you're doing. So it adds a lot of fun flavor. You feel like these monsters are in your world and you're trying to contain them. Definitely interesting aspect there. But the thing is that you need to be the ultimate monster hunter and be the first one to capture 3. All right, folks, just a reminder once again, this has been a Dice Tower paid preview, and everything you've seen here has been in prototype form, so keep a close eye on the campaign for any changes that still may occur. Now, with that said, this game is definitely something unique. It is kind of that party atmosphere as you, again, like I said, run around your house trying to get those monsters, and the fact that they escape from the game board and move into the real world, so to say, that AR aspect is a ton of fun. Now, again, you can play without the app, but it's just not the same as that experience of the app and engaging and shooting monsters and going after them. You know, the artwork's really nice. It's got this fun, whimsical look to it. You feel like you're maybe in a Scooby-Doo type of world as you try to get these monsters. But folks, ultimately, if this looks like something of interest to you, I'm sure they'd appreciate your support. So I think that's it for me, and until next time, we'll see you at the table.